Hello Gems, Leah from Red Emerald Yoga. Welcome back to my channel for today's unboxing and review. Today we will be opening Kawai Tarot by Lulu Mayo. It says Understanding Tarot with the Kawaii Universe. 78 cards and guidebook. This is a rock point deck and I'm looking for the copyright, which I don't see yet. We'll probably find that once we open it up. That way, if you like this deck, it makes it really easy if you find this video later after I've published it. And if they've moved on to another edition, sometimes it gets confusing if you're looking for a specific edition. Okay. All right, so this is the box. It has these really cute, chubby animals on it. The back says, embark on a journey of self-discovery with the wonderful world of Kawaii. Lovers of all things Kawaii, rejoice. Kawai Tarot is here. The cute and cuddly creatures of this kit will introduce you to the Major and Minor Arcana and common card spreads, while helping you discover how to develop your intuition to interpret the cards' messages and connect with your inner guidance system using. And then it says, included in the kit are 78 adorable and fun illustrated cards, an easy to follow 64-page guidebook. It says, trust your inner wisdom, amplify your intuition, and dive deeper into your soul's purpose with this super cute and colorful all-in-one tarot kit. So it's got this nice little lift off top. It opens really easily. I like that. The box looks pretty sturdy, but I'm honestly not too sure how well this tape is going to hold up. Time will tell. Okay, so here's the little guidebook. I like the little insert. That's really cute. It says contents, introduction, beginner's guide to the tarot, the major arcana, the minors, and continue the journey. Okay. Oh, we've got different colors. This is cute. Like color themed. Okay, so this is going to be one of those guidebooks where you almost have to tear it apart, even though it does have a crease. Okay, you're supposed to fold it there, but you just won't be able to read all of the writing inside that crease. And so when I do that, you can tell that the glue is starting to come a little bit undone there. Okay, this says, what the tarot is, a friendly, wise, mysterious, and sometimes frustrating guide to the paths that your life has already taken and could take in the future. It says, what the tarot is not, a hyper-specific, for certain, choose your own adventure answer key that can predict with absolute certainty everything that could potentially happen to you ever. So I think that's really important for beginners, people who are new to the tarot, to understand that it's not set in stone. The tarot's not going to give you all the answers. You can think of it like shining a light in a dark forest on this little tiny windy path. Your little lantern, like this little lantern here, if you were holding this small candle down that path, it would only light up like a few steps ahead of you, you know, maybe a little bit more, but it's not going to show you everything that you need to know, okay? It goes into a little bit of tarot history, how to take care of your cards, questions to ask your tarot. Oh, it even goes into questions to not ask your tarot. Money would be great. Am I going to win the lottery? Okay, questions to ask your tarot. I feel stuck. What can I do to start a new path in life? Yeah, that's great. Talks about shuffling the deck, turning cards, and then it goes straight into the majors. Again, you'll have to kind of fight with your guidebook a little bit if you're going to be using it, so you can be able to read it. So there's not much information in the guidebook per card. It's very brief. I feel like this would be something that's good for a reader who's already familiar with the tarot, but we'll go through the guidebook later. Oh, let me see if there's any spreads in here. It says, continue the journey with astrology. I do like that. It says games. It says you can also use your deck to play solitaire. It talks about Taroki. Okay, so let's see. So this copyright is 2022. So this is the 2022 edition. So let's check out the cards. So you can choose to leave this insert in there or take it out. It is up to you. If you took it out, you might have room for maybe like a crystal or something in there. If you leave it in, it's just going to fit your guidebook and your cards. If you take it out, you might even be, if you take it out, you might even be able to fit maybe like a small folded tarot cloth. Let's see how much room it gives you. I don't know. You be the judge. You see how small your tarot cloth is, but it does give you a little bit more room if you wanted to throw something else in there. So that is an option. I will keep mine with that little insert in there because I do like the ribbon. Even though it is a bit on the cheaper side, that's okay. And then if the ribbon ever falls out, you can just glue it back down and it'll be fine. So I will be leaving that inside. Okay, so we move this out to the side. Let's take a look at our cards. Oh, sniff test before I get ahead of myself. Let's sniff the book and see what the guidebook smells like. It smells inky, but it's kind of funny because they're so cute and cuddly. They're kind of like candy colors. The guidebook kind of smells a little bit sweet. And let's see what the cards smell like. The cards do not smell sweet, but they don't smell offensive either. They just have a stronger inky smell. The cutting is pretty nice. The corners are round and the edges are, I don't want to say fuzzy. They're more smooth, but just like a teeny tiny bit, like on a scale from 1 to 10 of fuzz, it would be maybe like not even a 2. Okay, it's very, very faint. It'll totally wear in with use. One thing I do notice is that the inside of the box, this blue paper has rubbed off on the cards. So you can see that a little bit on the edge. That's not going to bother me, or maybe it's from the printing of the card. I don't know. No, I think it's from the box. And then you can also see these yellow lines here. I guess that's the cardstock. That's the type of cardstock it is. But you can see those yellow lines. So if you wanted to edge your deck, might be a good idea to edge it in blue, pretty close to the color of the box. All right, here's the card back. I'm just taking a moment to look at it. So it does look, yeah, the back is reversible. So this is very bright and colorful. I also want to point out that I have the other Kawaii deck. I have not opened it. That one's very plain and simple. So I wanted to get both of them. I wanted to get this really overly bright and colorful deck, and then I also wanted to get the really plain one, very simple. The Magician. Oh, I like the little the little belt on the owl. He's got all his little, or she has all her little tools. And then it kind of gives like Six of Sword vibes. They're moving away. They are the creator of their own destiny. That's kind of cool. The Fool's really cute. So I guess instead of pomegranates, we have, it looks like apples, but maybe they're pomegranates on the tree. Oops, I'm glaring you out. And then instead of the veil, it's like the trees. That's neat. We still have our pillars. Ooh, there is a dent on this card. That's interesting. Okay. Very cute. We still have our pillow, and she's, instead of like the blankets and the pillows are on the little stone bench, she's got like this, what is that? I don't know. It's kind of like a cage thing in the back, but it's very comfortable. It's open. We have the pomegranates on her little poofy, her poofy fur. Pomegranates over here. Okay, so those things are pomegranates. No, those look different. I don't know. Maybe those are apples. Look at the Emperor. Oh, he's so adorable. And I love how he's like on this gray foundation. Like, it's very no nonsense, even though everything around him is comfortable. This Hierophant seems really nice. I love how he has the keys here. And then instead of the two people being, I don't know, it gives off a different vibe. Like, because I guess because you can see their faces, they're not with their backs turned to you, looking at the Hierophant. I like how they're all they're all positioned on the rainbows. It kind of reminds me of like a rainbow light body. Like he's helping them to connect with their higher selves, helping them to connect with the divine, teaching them the ways. The Lovers, that's really cute. It almost wants to give me yin yang vibes, but one's not upside down. They seem like they're more like together, like a part, like a team instead of like opposing each other. And then with the volcano, it kind of gives me Pompeii vibes. I don't know if you saw that movie, Pompeii. Like, well, I don't want to tell you. I'm going to stop talking. But yeah, the chariot. Oh, I love him. Her, whatever. So cute. I love it with all of the lotus flowers there. And the butterflies, like transformation. Strength. Okay. The little mouse on top. The little lemniscate over. Oh, one thing I want to point out is we don't have numbers on these Major Arcana cards. So if you are a reader who likes to see the numbers there, if you need the numbers there, you might want to go in and just write them right here, perhaps with like a fine tip Sharpie. Love the Hermit. I wasn't really sure what I was going to think about this deck. I've not seen all of the cards in this deck. I only saw what was available on the website. These cards are really cute and fun. I think this would be a great deck to use for a child or for somebody who's new to tarot or they're really nervous. Somebody perhaps who's not feeling well and you want to do a reading to cheer them up, or this might be a really good deck to bring to a birthday party if you're hired to do an event like that. Even the death card is not scary. And here we have this, like, it's like a, I guess it's like a woolly mammoth. You know, we all know what happened to the woolly mammoth, but still. The imagery isn't that scary. Temperance. I love it. It's the actual drink. We got like the fish swimming in there. And he's pouring the 2 cups. He's mixing them right here. Take on a few different meanings. He's got some ice cubes he's chilling on. The devil. Ooh, look at that forest. It's like they might choose to stay because going out into the unknown is scary. Like, oh, we'll just stay here because we already know, you know, we're comfortable here. We don't want to have to venture out into the unknown. Even not the Tower card, I usually call the oh shit card. It's a card that a lot of people get really scared when they see. And I just think this one, it's not that intimidating when you see the imagery. You can still convey the same message. Love the star. I like how the frog is standing on 1 foot on the little leaf. It's like he's still finding his balance. He's being steady during this time of hope, during this time of healing. And then sometimes when, you know, when you start to allow your thoughts to take the driver's seat, it's really good to do yoga and do things like balance poses because it forces you to be present in the moment. Not let your thoughts take control. Not to let your fears get out of hand. So that's pretty cool. Usually I get that kind of a feeling from the Hanged Man, but I'm getting it here in the star. Here's another one where they're standing on 1 foot in the moon, which also makes a lot of sense. When you're feeling lost and confused, or you're not sure if somebody's telling you the truth. There's fear. Oh my goodness. I like this. It kind of looks like this little lobster dude is parting the seas. He's like he's pushing aside fears and these emotions and these thoughts and all of this confusion. He's pushing it away. The sun. It's a pretty psychedelic looking sun card. I love it though. Very cute. This is going to be pretty tough to pick my favorite card. There's so many of these that I like. Judgment. All these little, I don't even know, like fish seal things. Mermaids. They are rising to the call. Rising to the occasion. Very cute. The world. Okay, moving into the wands. These two are pretty similar in appearance. Okay, so here we're setting out our ships with 3 of Wands. And then the Four of Wands. I like how they're shown here with baby, so it does kind of give me like home vibes. Family. Oh my, they're fighting over this cactus. It might be a little painful and uncomfortable, but it's nothing too serious. Oh, everybody's coming out of the little, I don't know, what is it, a garden or a little whatever to celebrate. I think that's a hedgehog. I saw this video the other day on Instagram, and it was this little baby little hedgehog. It was, oh my gosh, the cutest thing. Now I want one. Seven of Wands. It's got the high ground. I love how they're packages. That could definitely be brought into the reading depending on the situation. Oh wow, that's pretty. Love the plumage in this card. It kind of threw me off because I was like, where's the beak? But there is a tiny little beak right there. Really cute. The Eight of Wands. Oh, I love it. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so instead of having a hurt shoulder or having a hurt elbow or arm, here his little head is bandaged. Nine of Wands. Ooh, and it's kind of like a little bit, oh, like, are these people taking care of him? Are they the ones who injured him? I don't know. The 10, oh my goodness, he's going to give himself a tummy ache for sure. If he doesn't put some of these down, if he insists on eating all of these at once. That's funny. I like how it's a drum, and then this person has a stick. And it's the Wands card. I could see that coming into play. Definitely, like right off the bat, my initial thought was like a child banging the drum, you know, and I could see that in the reverse, like losing your temper, losing your cool, beating that war drum too quickly. I love how the Knight of Wands is depicted with all of these cactus plants. There is that potential to get himself into trouble for acting too quickly. Love all the sunflowers, and I love how they kept the black cat with the Queen of Wands. Very cute. Ooh, moving into the coins. Okay, so we've got like this like poofy poof dog, I don't know, bear dog with a bone. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. To me, they kind of remind me of poppies. I don't know if I'm wrong. I love this interpretation of the Two of Coins. Like he's on stage trying to juggle these coins, and he's on this ball. We've got all of this commotion going on behind him, and he's just got to keep it together. Oh, and on top, oh, I just noticed it. And on top of his head, we have another bunny thing, and it's also juggling. That's a lot of things to keep up in the air at once. Okay, I like that. Looks like he's painting. working on a project. And these ones are bringing maybe light bulbs. That's cute. And he's hoarding the packages. It almost looks like his little poofy cheeks are like trying to hide them. He's like, no, these are my packages. I'm storing them away for the winter. He's got more on his head. Oh, these ones camouflage in. There's these little cat things on top of these mushrooms over there. And it's like, are they protecting theirs? Oh, they're all protecting their mushrooms. Ooh, from the bunnies. 5 of coins. Okay, so these little dragon things are bandaged. We got a bandaged leg here and a wing, and another one with a bandaged wing. And it's dark and it's snowy. And these ones are, they look comfortable. There's another one over here. Got the lights on. Looks like it's stormy. They might be able to seek refuge from indoors, but for whatever reason, they're not going. It doesn't really give me church vibes. It kind of reminds me more like a library or a lighthouse or something. Okay, so this is a scale. So I do get that feeling of like equality, equal exchange of energy. Fairness. 7 of coins. Oh, look at him. I could see this like they had to wait for the cheese to age. Finally got to have a taste of it. He's just probably going into a cheese coma now. It's like, oh, so worth the wait. Very cute, a little cobbler. I love it. Making his shoes. Ooh, little Miss Diva over here. She's arrived with all of her packages. She's totally frou-frou. A 10 of coins. This definitely gives me like birthday or wedding type of vibes. Definitely a family event. There's people coming together. He's dressed super snazzy and looks like he's got a little tuxedo on. Really cute. I like the page of coins. I like the little hat. It does remind me of a child. And I like the bees. I feel like he's really busy. He's learning about his world. He's learning about how to be a good team player. He's learning about how to do things in life. Bees remind me of a worker, team player. The Knight of Coins. I like that. And then he's got the carrot. So is he like leading the horse along? Are they harvesting the carrot? What are they doing? I don't know, but they look like they're going pretty slow. This is cute. I like the butterflies. And I like how she looks like she's consoling or comforting this little one here. These ones are off doing their own thing. They may turn around and look at the Queen of Coins if they need reassurance, but they're pretty comfortable and confident. I love the bunnies. They're like a symbol of fertility and abundance, and that's really cute. King of Coins. It's really cute. I think that's like a little pug. I could almost hear him, like the way that they breathe, a little. Very cute. I like him. I don't really know what's going on here. Is that a sugar cube? Is that an ice cube? I don't know. Instead of lotus flowers, we have butterflies, which are a symbol of transformation, spiritual growth. I like the picture. And who's giving who the cube, whether it's an ice cube or sugar cube, whatever. Is this little dolphin or seal guy giving it to the chipmunk, or is he giving it to the seal? I don't know. The Two of Cups. Now I'm getting that yin and yang feeling. Good partnership. I love how they're swimming in a circle, and it's kind of giving like this vortex swirling energy. I love that. The Three of Cups. Oh my gosh, they look like they're having a blast. That looks really fun. And the Four. This gives me a really different vibe, but still similar in the same way. Like he's perfectly content with all that he has. And this, I kind of feel like he has a lot, but he's happy with it. And then this one's offering, and it's not shiny. It's not big. It's small. And he's just kind of uninterested. Like, no, why would I want that thing? I've got all of these beautiful things. It kind of gives me a little bit of a tweak on my normal interpretation. So I like that. I like this for the Five of Cups. This kind of gives me like the ice is melting kind of vibes. Oh, look, you know, my cups are in the water, my ice is melting, but he can still swim over here. There's so much ice over here. But he's choosing, but like, no, I like this ice. I want it to be here. But it's like, you can't stay there anymore. You have to move on. Look how beautiful it is. And you got like a real Aurora Borealis. I don't want to get too much on a tangent, but a lot of people have been going on and on in areas where there is no Aurora Borealis. It's actually from weather modification. They're like, oh, I saw the northern lights. And it's like, no, those are not the northern lights. These are the real ones. You've got the real northern lights right there. You're not even paying attention to it. Six of Cups. Okay. I like that. Very cute. Give me like childhood memory vibes. Ooh, okay, so we got our Seven of Cups, and out of all of the things that you can pick, oh look, there's even a shark and a killer whale. Normally they're nice. And then what is this? That kind of reminds me of the Titanic. Like that looks like there's three, like, I don't know if you want to choose those ones. The Eight of Cups. Oh my goodness. Wow, this guy is very very well fed. He's going off. This isn't giving him what he needs. He needs something different. Maybe even that he's too comfortable here. He needs to go and have a bit of a struggle. He needs to do something different. Maybe he needs to get himself a little bit healthier. And he's like, you know what? I have to leave everything I've known. I have to go try something completely new because what I've done just is not working for me. Nine of Cups. Where are the, oh, okay, I see the cups. Okay, kind of gives me like big window vibes, like how some people put like their really nice thing that they want to show off to the outside world in their window. That's what that reminds me of. They're very proud of what they've achieved. Looks like there's people up here. They're hanging out. And is this guy a guest? Is he coming home? I don't know, but that could definitely be tied into the reading. Also, the longevity of a turtle, the sea turtles, how long they live. That could also be brought into the reading as well. 10 of Cups. Okay, I like that. Normally when I see a lot of water moving in the tarot, it kind of makes me feel like there's a lot of emotion. The emotions are not really steady. You know, they're kind of turbulent and going all over the place. But these people clearly look like they're having a good time. So maybe there's a lot of emotion and it's really exciting. They're very happy. There's something really, really good to celebrate. It does remind me of family card, and I see like lots of people coming together. Here we got the Page of Cups, popping up kind of like a jack-o'-lantern. It's not a jack-o'-lantern. What is it? A jack-in-the-box. A jack-in-the-box effect. Just kind of like, boop, here I am. And when he pops up, you get all these other little surprises. It's kind of cute. The Knight of Cups. He's very carefully, this little otter, he's very carefully holding this cup. He has an important message to bring. Maybe he's bringing a ring. Maybe he's gonna pop the question. He's like, oh, I'm so nervous. That's kind of cute. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. So she's like this cat mermaid in a giant clamshell with a regular humanoid mermaid baby. Okay. Cute. Oh, I love him, the King of Cups. He's a little polar bear surfer. So he doesn't get nervous. He doesn't care when these waves are up. He's like, yes. These waves don't scare me. I ride these waves. He rolls with it. He can totally handle the fluctuations of his emotions. The emotions of others don't upset him. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Okay. New idea, new inspiration. I like it because it's a monkey, and monkeys are always monkeying around. They're always coming up with these ideas. They're never bored. I mean, maybe if they're in a zoo. 2 of Swords. Okay, so we got a lot going on. Again, we got that turbulent water. These boats are getting tossed around. We've got sea creatures in the water. The owl is taking a timeout, not blindfolded. Arms crossed at her chest. She's like, I'm just going to take a moment. I'm not going to take any action yet. I'm going to think this through. I'm going to sort through all that's happening. Tap into my emotions, my intuition. Close my eyes to all of this distraction. See how I feel before I act. Oh my goodness, look at the 3 of Swords. I love how the rain is inside the house. And it's raining behind the cat and in the house. This cat is brokenhearted. Looks like it's also raining outside. Like what happened over there upset the cat. It's coming into its personal space, but it's just consumed by that. And we have all of these little sloth dudes. I feel like this one is reconnecting. Like, it could be with another person, it could be with a child, but I feel like it's also the inner child, and they need to rest, they need to heal from things that have been said or from an action. I love how they put their sword down. They're sleeping on it. Oh, and this little mouse is walking away crying. This one's definitely the victor. Ooh, we have, you know, oh no, they're not broken swords. I think the swords are into the cake. We definitely know who's the winner. Here we have the bunnies moving away from these cats. This little one, he's got his gloves on, his little mittens, and he's going to steal some of these donuts. I love this interpretation of the Eight of Swords. This cat likes where it is. It's comfortable. It's content. So let's put up these swords so it doesn't have to move from this spot. It doesn't want to challenge itself. It doesn't want to become uncomfortable. It's like, nope, I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to wait for someone to move me. I'm not going to move myself. If it gets cold, if it gets hungry, if it gets thirsty, it's just going to wait. Because I can't move. I can't come down from here. The Nine of Swords. What is this panda doing? It's afraid to move. It's afraid to come down from the tree. Ten of Swords. Okay, so they're all a bunch of little cupcakes, and they all have, it looks like a butter knife or something in them. Oh, and there's rain and thunderclouds. Page of Swords. I like that. I could see this like going away to school, going away to college. I love the little lighthouse in the back. Learning a new way of thinking. Learning how to rise above your situation. It's not a straight road. It's a windy road. It's difficult to get to the top. The view is nice. The Knight of Swords. Ooh, I love how the little clouds are blowing in opposite directions. And then we have our little sailboat down here. He's charging in. I like the Queen of Swords being carried on a butterfly. I love the white bird at the top. And I love all of these clouds. I feel like those are memories. Probably not all good. But she's risen above it. She's had a transformation. And she has her sword. You know, she knows how to use it. She's kind of leading the way with it. She's letting that be her guide. It's kind of like a compass, you know? But she can definitely wield it if she needs to. She's nobody's fool. She has learned by experience. And the King of Swords. Our master strategizer. I love how these kind of look like things that you could hide behind, you know? Is he setting someone else up for an ambush? He's got the high ground. Again, we have our butterflies for transformation. He also has clouds, but his memories don't really bother him that much. He knows what he needs to do. He knows he has to protect his kingdom, and he lets that be his guiding force. Very cool. Okay. Let me go over my list. Okay, the feel, they're a bit grippy. This cardstock is definitely on the cheaper side. Okay, this is not going to be like a really high-end deck. It's not going to feel like a high-end deck, but the images are really cute, and I do think that this deck will be nice to have in my collection for kids, people who are nervous, people who might be really scared, or even who are really happy. Like, you don't want to bring them down. People who love kawaii, people who love cartoons, they might like this deck. Okay, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, slippery sticky. They are sticky. I did not notice any fingerprints on this deck, so that's nice. The font is easy enough to read. I do like that. The only thing that I kind of wish that they did include would have been the numbers on the cards for the majors, but that's not that big of a deal for me. Renamed cards? No, there's no renamed cards, but they do have, I guess, they're not really, like, they don't really stick to one gender, like the traditional gender, or I guess they could go either way. It's not really focused on that. The shuffle ability. Okay, I'm a little nervous to shuffle these cards because, oh, let me see. That's not the greatest. Don't want to bend them. So on my first shuffle, that's the mix of cards that I got. I think once they break in, they might be a little bit better to shuffle, but let's see. I don't want to put reversals in here yet. I still have to do my favorite card. Oh, that does not feel good. I think I'm just going to stick to this deck being in the overhand shuffle. Let's see. I'm going over my list. The sound. Let me shut up. That's what it sounds like. Okay, cohesive theme. I do think it has a cohesive theme. I think everything is clear. Nothing is blurry. I like that nothing is washed out. It looks like it's all from one bright and colorful, fun deck. Does it follow the Rider-Waite? I think if you know your Rider-Waite meanings, you'll be able to easily interpret this deck. Does it remind me of a deck that I have? I have to say no, I don't have a deck like this. Is it for newbies? Maybe. I mean, if you were looking at it as I was going through and you can kind of read it intuitively, perhaps let's get the guidebook now. Let's see how this reads. Okay, let's pick a random card and see how that reads. 9 of Wands. Okay, so that's it for Nine of Wands. This little snippet right here. You might feel as though your work never ends or that others are arrayed against you. But at the end of it all, you have what it takes to succeed. So there is no reversed interpretation. You'll have to decide if you want to read with reversals or not. If you don't know how to read with reversals, then that would be something to take upon yourself to learn, or just read this deck in the upright. This card for me, like you're still standing, you know, you've been through a lot, but you're not beaten, you're not defeated. And keep going, you're so close to the finish line. This panda is almost passed out on top of this lollipop. I'm really drawn to how this bunny is hiding behind the heart. Like, depending on the question and the client's situation, this card could take on a few different meanings. I could see this as people with ulterior motives, hiding behind like a disguise of love. I could see this as like these people genuinely being here to help this person, but this person, probably I would get that interpretation in the reverse. These people are trying to help this person, you know, but the panda has been through so much, it doesn't trust people anymore. So in the reverse, I kind of get the feeling like it's okay to trust somebody. It's okay to let somebody in, let somebody help you. So I do like that the heart is there. It really brings that home for me, with that reversed meaning. And I'm so drawn to just how he just looks like he's just had it. I'm trying to pick up the glare. I just had it, yeah. So that's how much the card will glare. Oh, there, we gotta like pretty much white it out, the whole important part of the card. So if you're doing video or photo readings, that is something that you'll have to contend with. It's not too bad, I think, for the most part, but it is there a little bit in certain positions. Do I recommend this for a first deck? I don't recommend this for a first deck. Unless the deck is for a child and you're teaching a child tarot, then maybe this might be okay for that. I think this would be good for a deck that after you've learned the Rider-Waite, you're ready to branch out on another deck. This might be good for you. But if you need your deck to look like the Rider-Waite because your brain won't auto-translate the card for you in your head just yet, you might want to pass on this one. But if you're comfortable with it, if you're looking at the imagery and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense to me, I get it, then sure, go for it. How will I keep it? How will I store it? I will keep it in its guidebox. I will keep it and the guidebook in the box. I like that. I'll just keep it in my tarot shelf. I will leave a link in the description if you want to add this deck to your collection. Let's find my favorite card though. We will be doing a sample reading at the end. One thing I want to point out, it's not going to be my favorite card, but I do really like it. I love how Justice is an elephant. To me, it reminds me of Ganesh, the remover of all obstacles. Okay. One thing I want to say that I'm noticing is, where is it? Okay. On the top of the card does have a little bit of a lift going up. Is it anywhere else? No, I only see it at the top. So for whatever reason, I feel like the die that cut the cards was probably not that sharp. Whatever edge was touching the top of the cards. So when it crunched down, it just kind of lifted the front of this. That might, with use, wherein it's not too uncomfortable, but it is there. Not picking on the deck. I just let you know what I see, what I feel, what I smell, what it sounds like, so you can make an informed decision about the deck that you purchase or don't purchase. All right, let's find my favorite card. Okay, and then we'll read my favorite card too. Let's see, who is going to be the first one to come out? I think the High Priestess. In the Rider-Waite, the High Priestess is my favorite card. Let's see. I think the Chariot's going to come out. The Hierophant. The top row is holding strong. Really love that card, but it's not going to make it to the final. Into the final three. Let's see. Okay, well, I am surprised because I was sure that it was going to be a Major Arcana card that made my favorite, but here I am with 2 coin cards. I really like the 2 of coins. I'm so drawn to this 8 of coins card because it kind of reminds me, I mean, not in the imagery, only the little mouse, and if you replace the shoe with the red ballet slipper, for whatever reason, I really feel like the red shoes so strongly coming through this card. And here's one shoe. They're making this one over here. He's making this one. That's the pair. You have all of these other ones that are the pairs. Normally, like in the upright, I could strongly get this is just regular 8 of coins vibes, okay? But in the reverse, I feel like you're working for the wrong reason. Your focus is so off the mark. You don't even know what you want. You don't know what you're driving for. You don't know what you're working for. And I feel like you're working yourself to death. I feel like you're working yourself for something that will lead to your demise. You need to make a decision and work towards that goal. Don't give up on your dreams. Oh, don't give up on what you've worked so hard for because you'll never be happy. I'm getting so much of that like red shoes feeling in the Eight of Coins, which I normally don't get. And I love this card for that reason. That's not something that I ever get from the Eight of Coins. I usually only get the upright meaning. When the Eight of Coins is in the reverse, I could feel like being bored, like with the Rider-Waite or most other decks, like a sense of boredom, not enjoying your work, not feeling fulfilled, not feeling like you're getting what you're worth. With this one, I can get all of that, but I also get those other things that are associated with the red shoes. So this is going to be my favorite card. Let's check out the guidebook and see what it has to say about the Eight of Coins. We're going to put this in the upright because this deck does not have reversals. I love reading with reversals. I don't think reversals are necessarily bad cards. They're not bad interpretations. They're not always bad. Sometimes the reversals are wonderful. They're the most ideal thing to hear in a reading, depending on the situation. So it's just another layer of messages being unlocked. Okay, Eight of Coins. You have skills, no doubt, but you can always be better. Consider yourself an apprentice. Be dedicated, serious, and sincere. After all, practice makes perfect. So I do like that. My old Kung Fu master used to say that practice makes permanent because there was always room for improvement. So I don't tend to say practice makes perfect. I tend to say practice makes permanent. Okay, so that is our favorite card. Now we will do a sample reading. Oh, I'm already putting reversals in here. I'm so used to that. Oh, and I don't want to do these cards like that. I forgot. Okay, that's a habit. Let's see. So this is going to be a sample reading for nobody in particular. But we're going to say that this reading is for a make-believe person named Jen, okay? If your name is Jen, this reading is not specifically for you. It's just, it makes it a little bit easier for me to do a sample reading. But if the shoe fits, wear it. That goes for all of you. Okay, so we are going to be looking at Jen. Okay, so we're going to be looking at who you really are, your heart, your mind, your spirituality, your strengths, and your weaknesses. All right, let's see. Let's see what comes up for Jen. Card 1, True You. Here we have the Page of Coins. I see you as a very curious creature, Jen. You love learning about the world around you. You might love crafts. You might love new projects. I could see you as somebody who's learning about the people around you. You might be learning how to take better care of your body, because I'm really drawn to the bees, and to me it just reminds me of raw, organic, unfiltered honey. And then I love how it's an acorn, and she's crossing over this arch. And I feel like it's coming from this place over here into this land of honey. You know, and it's like, what do chipmunks do with the acorns? They eat it. So I feel like that's food. I feel like it's discovering a new way of living. Your heart. the 10 of Coins. You long for a family. I could see this as a wedding. I could see this as a celebration. I could see this as marrying off one of your children or having children, but I feel like it's generational, okay? And it could even be like being around family, but I feel like it would be multiple generations of people coming together, being one unit, celebrating life. I love how, I didn't notice this before, but there's like this little, whatever, this little mouse thing. And I feel like that one's the one buttoning up the jacket. You know, they're helping each other. He's probably giving him words of encouragement, words of wisdom. That's your heart. Your mind. 7 of Coins. Your mind is relieved. You've worked so hard to achieve something, and finally, you're just starting to see it. You're starting to see the fruit of your labor, and you're like, oh, I didn't think I'd ever get here, but I'm so glad I did. I feel it's like relief. It's kind of like when you watch a movie that you've already seen the ending to, sometimes you fall asleep because you already know how it ends. You're not stressed out. There's no anxiety. Your body can just like, oh, and the sounds of the movie can just put you right to sleep because you're not worried about it. Your spirituality, strength. I feel like your spirituality, your spiritual beliefs give you an inner sense of calm. They give you your strength. They reassure you that everything is going to be okay, that you can overcome anything that comes your way. You do not need to be afraid. Your strengths are the 3 of Coins. I feel like you work well with others. You are a team player. I'm really drawn to how we have this like teamwork. Okay, we have the bees, which are also really good working as a team. And then over here, we have this event where everybody's coming together, everybody's helping, everybody's doing their part. However different they may be, these jobs, they're all important to bring this special event to life, to make it be the most perfect day that it possibly can be. Your weaknesses. The 4 of Swords. I feel like you have a difficult time knowing when to rest, knowing when you've done enough. I feel like words that other people have spoken to you, other people's actions, they kind of stay with you. They replay in your head, and it's difficult for you to let that go. You might be alone, you know, and you hear these things play over again, or you're thinking like, oh, so-and-so wants this done, or, you know, I've got so much to do. I'm also really drawn to how this mushroom here, it's like a psychedelic mushroom. And I'm wondering if your thoughts get the better of you, you kind of let your imagination run wild. And it would serve you well to just kind of let that go, to tap in to your true self. Oh wait, your true use here. To tap into your true self. Okay. Think, what is most important to your heart? Let your mind find ease. Let your mind be at peace. And tap into your spirituality for strength, for reassurance, for comfort. And know that even though your strength is teamwork, it's okay to say, you know what, I need help with this, guys. I'm the one who needs help today. Or, you know what, I can't do that because I'm feeling really tired right now. Or I've got a lot going on. and I just need time to decompress. That's okay. All right, so that's how this deck reads. Oh, let me go to the guidebook and see what the guidebook's interpretation of these cards are so you can see how it reads too. Page of Coins for True You, Jen. There is much for you to learn. Contemplation is your solace. Some might think you are dreaming, but in fact you are planning and growing. Just be sure to watch where you are growing. Oh, watch where you are going. Okay. It's a little rhymey. 10 of Coins for your heart. Good things will come. Maybe they have already. Is it time to look back at what you have done, what you have gained? It could be wealth, family, or something else rare and wonderful. For your mind, 7 of Coins. Ooh, there's a lot of coins. There's so much happening in the real world for Jen. Pausing can provide a chance for reassessment. What are you laboring for after all? Are you headed in the right direction? Maybe it is time to check that map. Card 4, your spirituality is strength. There is confidence and strength. Some may see this as victory or triumph, but it is also potentially a place of thoughtfulness and compassion. Card 5, your strengths, 3 of Coins. You have talents, but not everything you have was secured on your own. You had help along the way. And your weaknesses, 4 of Swords. Pulling back from the world is a perfectly fine reaction to tough times. Seek rest and recovery so that when you return, you are prepared. Okay, so that's how the guidebook reads. So I do feel like it's pretty close to my own interpretations. Just a lot more condensed. What else is on my list? Let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, yes. I kind of started to go into that and then I backed out of it. Okay. Who might like it? Who might not like it? Let's start with who might not like it. People who don't want something so busy. People who don't like overly cutesy. People who don't like cartoons. People who think this is just childish. People who want or need the numbers on the majors. People who need a more in-depth guidebook. You can always go out and buy a more in-depth guidebook for the Rider Waite, and that would carry over to this. People who want a nicer cardstock. Now, who might like it? Somebody who wanted a lighter, more friendly deck. Somebody who loves rainbows. Somebody who loves these cute and cuddly animals. Somebody who wanted something without a bunch of religious symbolism in their deck. Somebody who wanted something that was a little more gender neutral. Somebody who would perhaps be reading for children or teaching a child how to read. Somebody who's very sensitive to scary or frightening images. Somebody who doesn't want any nudity. Somebody who doesn't want any blood. Somebody who's reading at parties. I think I already said that. This would be a great deck, I think, to bring to a birthday party or to bring even to a wedding. I think that would be okay for a lot of weddings. People who love coloring. If you have somebody who likes to color, I think this deck even has a matching coloring book. If I'm not mistaken, I will put that coloring book in the description. Yeah, I think younger generation would really like this. Somebody who doesn't want any people in their deck. Like if you yourself get offended by the images of people in decks, this might be a great deck for you. If you have clients who get offended by people images in your decks, this might just be an easy deck to, not have any people in. I think more people would like this deck than not like it. My biggest thing that I don't like about this deck is just the cardstock. It's not the worst cardstock that I have, but it's not the best either. And here I am already. It's going to happen anyways. I'm just like really wishing that I could feel more comfortable shuffling in this way. It just feels like it's going to bend, especially if I try to bridge them. I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to get some reversals in there. Oh, I'm not going to fight that. Yeah, I'll probably just have to stick to overhand with this. Yeah, but I am happy that I got this deck. I think the back could have been a little bit cuter, but I'm not going to let that deter me from liking this deck. I think the images are really fun and adorable. I think I actually might go ahead and edge this deck, but I will probably use colored pencils. I'm kind of afraid to have the ink bleed into the card. And the colors that I'll probably use to edge them, I think I might go with either this blue, like a blue like this, or I might use different colors from the cards and just kind of have like a rainbow effect once the cards are shuffled. You know, it'll just be kind of cute maybe. I might do that as part of my bonding process. If I do, I'll definitely show you guys what it looks like after. Because I don't really like these yellow lines here. Those yellow lines, it doesn't really, I don't know. It's not like a deal breaker for me, but I just think that the deck would be better if it didn't have these yellow lines showing. So that's why I want to edge it. Even the pink color is cute. I like the purple. I like this teal. Oh, that's interesting. Some of the backs are not the same color. I don't know if that's picking up, but this one is a lot lighter than this one. And it's been in the box. You guys saw me take it out of the shrink wrap. So that's not consistent. If I had purchased this used or already open, I might think that it was a counterfeit deck, just because there's variations in the color on the backs. I think you can see it in that one a little better. This one's a lot more washed out and this one's darker. So if you do get your deck, I'm not picking it apart. I'm just showing you that's something that I'm noticing. So if you get yours and you're like, oh, mine must be a defect, mine is like that too. So thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this deck and this video, and I will see you soon. Bye for now, gems.